Hey, all right. Look, partaking of the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The knowledge of good and evil is the fruit of it. And the only way you can know that knowledge, get it, is by being born into this flesh, which God forbid. Look, he says we're all his children. We're all his children. And he gave us free will. And we partook of that tree. Satan, who was the most beautiful, perfect angel ever created. Most intelligent, beautiful, perfect angel ever created. Look, he's outside of time and space, or was. And Jesus Christ is God's representative figure, how he relates with all of his creation. All the rest of his children, which we are. In heaven. When we were there. Look, there's so many scriptures that say, I knew you before I knit you together in your mother's womb. I've leaned my head on your chest before I was born. There's just multiple scriptures that say that right out in the open as you read them. All through the Bible. He's declaring who we are and how we got here and who he is. Right from the very beginning in Genesis all the way through to Revelations. It's very repetitive. And all the God's children were worshiping Jesus Christ, are worshiping Jesus Christ in heaven, right? Who was made a man, but he's in a glorified body now. But he still retains the markers, even after he was raised from the dead. Remember, he appeared before the disciples in the room, and he told Thomas to feel the holes in his hands and his side and that. And so he retains those markers. So here you got a most beautiful, perfect angel looking at God's in the flesh, Jesus Christ, at God in the flesh himself. And he's thinking, I should be worshipped. You know, I'm beautiful, I'm perfect. Pride was found in him. And God allowed him to do that. I will ascend into heaven and ascend, how would he put it? Put my throne above the stars of heaven. We're the stars. The stars all through the Bible are referred to as the angelic host. And Satan is the morning star as well. Right? So, look into this. Think about these things. Who you are. Look, we've been completely deceived. Once we're born into the flesh, that separated us from God. We were separated from all of the knowledge and understanding and wisdom that God has to offer. But he came into this world to reveal himself to his creation. And this is how God gave us free will. He knew we were going to screw up as his children. And as a parent, you let your children go out and you pray for them. You hope they don't screw up too bad, but they always do. And they'll come to you and ask you for things like we go to God in prayer and ask him for things. But we should be asking for, discernment, wisdom, knowledge, to be born again, to be full of his Holy Spirit. Praying for other people that they wake up, right? And come into that same understanding and knowledge with his Holy Spirit. And once we invite Jesus Christ into our heart, we realize who we are as a sinner. We take on the characteristics of that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. We take on those characteristics. Evil. Understand that. And that's the flesh. It's selfish, and prideful, and arrogant, and indignant, and what they call it in that verse in Revelations, bitter. You take on all those characteristics of your father of the flesh, because you are of your father of the flesh. You're part of that tree. You become part of that fruit. And when you're born again, you become a new fruit, a new creation, part of the tree of life, which is God. And Jesus Christ was the first fruit from that tree. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful story. Wake up, people. Wake up. God's pouring out his Spirit. Wake up. Realize who you are and where you are. This world is not what we've been told it is, and you can see it once you're awake. You can see it in everything. You can even see it when you look at the sun and the moon and the stars and the waters. Think about it, man. Think about it. God bless. Love you all. Love and respect everybody because they're just lost. Pray for them. Pray for those who despitefully use you and mock you and scoff at you. Pray for your enemies. You know, let that light shine through you. God bless. Have a great day.